Shauna the Tax Goddess here. I know it's a little bit late for a live. Normally I do all of my lives, much earlier in the morning, but this one was actually a pretty important thing that happened. We had the bipartisan deal to lift the federal debt ceiling. Now, what does that really mean, and why do you care about it as a business owner? Effectively, one of the pieces of that bill is originally there was about 80 billion in funds that was being sent directly to the IRS to increase their funding for new technology, more IRS agents. We all heard about the big scary 87,000 agents are going to get hired. Everyone was freaking out. Anyone making more than $400,000 a year was worried about audits. And of course, the rest of the money, the rest of this $80 million was supposed to be spent on taxpayer services, modernizing the archaic technologies of the IRS. Now, I'm happy and I'm a little sad all at the same time. Certainly, you guys know my entire job is to save people millions of dollars on taxes, right? Reduce your taxable income so you're below the $400,000 mark. Definitely get you out of the audit range in the first place. That's what we do at Tax Goddess. That is our specialty, is getting people down to a 6%. The new book coming out here in a couple months, the 6% tax life. Not paying more than 6% taxes. But the part that does, of course, I'm happy we're not going to have 87,000 agents roaming around, hunting people here. But on the other side, the IRS's technologies are archaic. We can't get through on the phones. You have taxpayers that business owners still don't have refunds from ERC credits from 2020. 3 years ago, okay? And when you call the IRS, even the specialty CPA tax lines, when you call the IRS says, yep, no problem, we've got you on hold. After 4 hours, they hang up on you, okay? So I was a little bit excited about this money that was going to the government. Now, normally I'm not a big fan of government spending, but I do believe that the services that are being provided to the taxpayer at this point are effectively nil. They're completely useless. The IRS is overrun. They're not processing things. They're super far behind. So I can see this, as I said, I can see this from a positive end and I can see this from a negative end. So I just wanted to film a really quick, broad video for everyone. If you are out there and you are worried about the 87,000 agents, they just lost 21 billion in funding. So I don't think we're going to see 87,000 agents. And even if we do, the likelihood that they're going to go after the wealthy making $400,000 a year or more is going to be greatly reduced, massively, greatly reduced. So if you have any questions, as you heard, as you saw, it is our specialty to legally reduce people's taxes down to about a 6% average. Our current average for the firm is 6.92% for our clients. We're well over this number at this point. I think we're close to 947 million or something like that, right? So guys, if you are looking for tax strategies, if you're worried about the other 59 million that the IRS gets to keep, if you're worried about those agents, reach out to us. Every strategy we use is not more than a level 8 on the aggression scale. So 0 to 10, 0 meaning the IRS never calls you never ever except for random audit, 10 meaning we're all going to jail. We will not go past an 8. We're going to take every legal, crossing the T's, dotting the I's. You might get a phone call from these 87,000 agents, but out of all the plans, we've written over 4,700 tax plans to date. We've only ever had 2 of them that got audited, and both of them were no change at a level 8 with the IRS. So guys, it's really, I understand that sometimes the media can project, the IRS is going to get you 87,000 agents. Okay. Really a lot of working with the tax code is doing things legally, doing it above board, making sure that you are not doing sketchy things. The IRS's dirty dozen list, right? Read the dirty dozen list every year. I mean, I know not everybody is as excited about taxes as I am. but at least read it, at least know when you're starting to look for strategies, right? Make sure that you're reading the Dirty Dozen list. And if you decide that one of the strategies on that list, one of my favorite strategies, has a good version and a bad version, okay? The good version protects businesses. It helped people during COVID when the insurance companies were not paying out premiums, right? I love, there are some amazing strategies, but there are some bad ones as well. There are some really bad ones, okay? Filing false fuel tax credit claims. If you're getting somebody who's trying to sell you a tax credit that you didn't actually do something for, that's a problem. Fake charities, we see this all the time. Most of these things come from unscrupulous tax preparers, right? This is a big, bad area. And that's really what the IRS was going after. I mean, they publish their Dirty Dozen list every single year. So I would recommend, if you're a business owner and you're trying to be smart with your money, making sure that you are keeping what is legally yours, right? Don't pay another penny in tax than you have to, but keep what is legally yours. Okay, please don't follow social media advice. Okay, now, side note, I realize this platform is social media, okay, but you also see CPA right behind my name, right? Masters in tax, certified tax coach, Forbes, entrepreneurs. Guys, please don't follow the I'm an entrepreneur and I know all these tax strategies. Get somebody who's actually got the designations, who actually, CPA means if I do something wrong, I can go to jail, right? And I like life and freedom. I'm not going to jail. So please, please, please do not take social media tax advice without doing your research, okay? So sorry for my little bit of a rant there, guys. It really hurts the ability of the business owner to be able to do business well and to do it above board and to cross those T's and dot those I's if you're using advice that is going to cause problems for you, okay? So, my biggest recommendation here, and really the point of today's video, was just, the IRS specifically they publicly promoted that they are going to be going after business owners taking home incomes of over $400,000 a year. So step one, get your income below $400,000. Use tax strategies, get your income down. Do not get over $400,000. That's the easy one. That's the easy thing everybody should be fighting for here starting in 2023. But the other side of it, of course, is take a little bit of a breath, okay? Like I said at the beginning of the video today, the IRS, the new bill, the bipartisan deal to lift the federal debt ceiling did remove $21 million from the funding for the IRS. It was supposed to be billion. If I didn't say that right, 80 billion. It's down by 21 billion. So they're now at 59 billion. I don't think we're going to see those 87,000 agents. We're certainly, and unfortunately, we're not going to see the increases in the technology. The technology that I was most excited about is the one that's going to help our taxpayers, our business owners who need that ERC money, who have been barely holding on from COVID, waiting almost 3 years now for the ERC credits, getting their payroll credits back. These kinds of things. So guys, I'm sorry for a little bit of a rant this evening. I'm super excited to see some commentary. So thank you so much to the live audience out there. Love the feedback. Glad this is being helpful for you guys. This is what I do all day. This is my bread and butter and my passion, and what I absolutely adore is keeping money in the pockets of successful business owners. So if you're looking for a tax strategist, if you have just a CPA who fills out the forms and they are not keeping up on this kind of stuff, reach out to the team and I. Tax Goddess everywhere, taxgoddess.com. Reach out to us. We'd love to have a chat with you and see what we can do for you to get you below this $400,000 a year mark, and even better, hopefully get you to under the 6% tax rate. Okay, this is our average. So guys, it's been a pleasure. And of course, as always, if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to the team and I, taxgoddess.com. Love education and love making sure that the business owners out there know what they're doing. So y'all have a great day and a great evening, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.